Pop Squat. Coming at ya. Howdy, everybody. This is Nuri with Let's Vote. This is from, it looks like, Tryon Park Records from 1980. And I was not able to find out any other information about Nuri. But I did listen to the first little bit, and it's kind of a minimal, funky sort of beginning to the song, which I kind of liked. It didn't seem very disco-y, so I like it because it sounded really neat. So let's just jump in here. It's 6 minutes 40 seconds long. Let's see what we think. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, so good. A little disco-y, but man. I love that guitar. That it just is so cool and unique and great sounding and clear, and I just absolutely love it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now that I've got you on the floor, would you please lend me your ears while I try to make my message clear?
Okay, so who heard Coolio's 1, 2, 3, 4, get your body on the floor, blah, 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 blah. Because I definitely heard that. And we've heard it previously, because we've heard the song that he took that from. The Weta Rap? Wicca Rap? Wicca Rap. I think that was it. Fantastic. Go find it. God, hilarious song. Absolutely great.
I'll come to you to bang bang the boogie or plot to make you hot. Just wanna drop something on you that can ease your pressure, cause I know you got a lot. Now this land is ruled by your democracy that's supposed to include you and me. It provides ways to get your problem solved, but first you got to get involved. I wanna talk to you about politics and what it means to me and you, so we can realize that to better our lives is a simple thing each one of us can do. Let's vote. Let's vote. You say it doesn't help, that's a bunch of jive. Politicians make decisions that affect our daily lives. Let's vote.
All right, so yesterday we had a very exciting rap song about education, and they rapped the alphabet and they rapped some of the numbers. Did not care for it. Loved the music in the last 2/3 of the song. And today we're rapping about getting out the vote. So that's also really exciting.
Let's vote. We got to have somebody looking out for us, or else time and time again, your congressman won't be your friend.
Superman and Lois Lane.
But if we vote like we rock, we can take it to the top. Will you do it? Will you do it? Why not?
Rapping about responsibility. That's my cat making noise.
About the powerless in our hands. The man makes politics very confusing and hard to understand. So you just throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Just throw your hands in the air.
Oh. I like it.
And you shake your booty like you really don't care. But I hear you complain about your property tax, so they pay a little and you pay the max. Let's go. Let's go. Let
love this guy's rapping. I absolutely love it. He's got a really good voice. It's like it's kind of a nice, deep sound to it. But he clearly is projecting really well, and he's got a pretty good flow, and it just sounds good. I mean, it sounds really good, and he's also one of these guys who knows how to kind of manipulate his voice to keep it interesting. My cat is going crazy. What are you doing, Peanut? Come on. But yeah, totally loving his voice, and the music again is just so good. That guitar is so good, and those drums and the percussion stuff that they were doing a minute ago, fantastic.
Blind from the reefer and the wine, but the benefits of good politics can elevate your mind. You know it makes no sense to approach a politician about a problem you wish they fix, and when they ask you if you're registered, you say you don't dig politics. See, politics is the science of who gets what, when, why, and how. If you really want your voice to be heard, so register right now. And vote. Let's vote. You say it doesn't help? That's a bunch of jive. Those politicians make decisions.
That's a bunch of jive.
Let's vote. Let's vote. We got to have somebody looking out for us. So real time and time again. So congressmen won't be your friend.
So good.
We vote for the people that make the laws and set the policy. But when we don't show no organization, they rip us off legally. Now our mothers and fathers lay down their lives so that you and me can have some franchise. And how do we appreciate the blood and tears we let the racist politicians be 4 more years? Let's vote, let's vote, let's vote. Let your voices be heard. If leaders won't do right by us, then we're supposed to make a fuss.
Don't care for this part.
But if we vote, like we rock, we can take it to the top. Will you do it? Why not? Let's vote. Let's vote. Let's let your voices be heard. So many times you said there ought to be a law. Well, that's what politics is for. Let's vote. Let's vote. Don't leave it up to me. If you're not pleased with what you see, go organize your community. Let's vote. Let's vote. Go register your name. If you're looking for a piece of the action, you got to play the game. Let's vote. Let's vote. Don't leave it up to me. If you're not pleased with what you see, go organize your community. Let's vote.
Let's vote. Let's vote. Let your voices be heard.
More horn. Yeah, so once again, we have just some fantastic music in just sort of a fair to Midland song. Like I can see why this was popular enough to be on the list that I'm working off of, and I can see why it wasn't popular enough to still be a song we talk about. And I mean, most of the music that I've featured on here is music nobody talks about anymore. But I find this one really interesting because I remember the 1980 election because it was Jimmy Carter who at the time was regarded as an utter failure of a president, which I always thought was unfair. And it turns out he is in fact the best of the presidents that were a president in the 20th century. I mean, He's just a good man, and he's still a good guy. He's like 96 years old, and he's been married for ridiculous 75 years. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, and it was him as the incumbent president versus Reagan. And this was at a time when, so there was the hostage crisis, which people kind of roundly believe Carter failed to resolve successfully, and he just got raked over the coals. It was also a horrible time for OPEC and oil prices and lines around the block for gasoline, and like absolutely just all sorts of insane stuff. And what I find interesting about this song is even here in 1980, they're talking about how the rich are getting everything and we're not getting anything, being not the rich. And now 40-some years later, 41 years later, it's even worse because we have such a ridiculous screwing over of the middle and lower class by trickle-down economics, which we know doesn't work. As my buddy Chris Pramus said, it's like giving all the gold to the dragon and hoping it will trickle down on the peasants. Doesn't work. They just keep hoarding. And that's still where we are. So, anyway, off on a leftist liberal bent or tirade right there. Good song. Love the music. Once again, don't care for the lyrics all that much. Think he's a really good rapper. I'm going to have to look up this Nuri guy. It looks like his name is Eric Nuri. That's on the label. You can't quite see it. It's right there. Yeah, right above, right where my finger is, right there. But you can't see it because it's too small, but I can see it on the screen. Hey, thanks very much. Oh, by the way, this light above me here, horrible light. I did, however, stop by the old apartment today and pick up a bunch of lamps that I'm going to put here and other places around the new apartment to get rid of this horrible, glaring, bright white light. I guess I could also replace those light bulbs, but this is really bad lighting. Thanks again, Pop Squat. Checking out. Have a good night. It's almost Wednesday.